It's 5:38 in the morning, and we're getting started back on trail. Came down the 0.1 mile side trail that led up to the campsites. It looks like there are probably 3 other tents there last night. One guy was there when I got there. He's a really nice guy, but there was lots of commotion until nearly 10 o'clock. Stuffing and unstuffing bags and things like that. I think it might have been the guy next to him too, who came in later. So anyway, didn't get to sleep exactly when I wanted to. And this morning at 3 and 4 a.m. respectively, there were owls going off, making sure we were awake. And it's a beautiful morning, so let's get started walking. Only a couple miles to the Vermont border, and 16.7 miles to Bennington, where the Catamount Inn owner will pick me up and take me in for a 0 day. Interesting, they have a bad weather bypass. So maybe that means we'll get some exposed ledges or something with views. That'd be great. Well, we've been climbing for about half an hour up from the campsite, which is halfway up the mountain. And it looks like we got some steep rocky climbs to go before we hit the top, but I see sunlight up there. So this is the boulder field that it's really hard to find your way through. It's not very well marked. I'm just gonna head for up there. But I remember meeting a hiker who said he broke his arm on this one time. Got some bad footing and took a fall. So we'll be careful. Okay, we made it through. And not through climbing yet though. So according to the Far Out app, this may be the last water for 8 miles. So I have filled up, and looks like we get to climb back up and down today. It's a very brave chipmunk. And here's a little vermud to welcome us to the state. Lots of rock and root hopping. Had a nice long lunch break, had a little shelter, and we're a couple miles from Harmon Hill, where I'll make the call to the hotel. And after that, it's just a couple miles to the highway where I get picked up. So far the trail has been rocky, rooty, muddy, and up and down. Not too many flat spaces. Call's been placed, and they said they'd pick me up in 1 hour and 10 minutes, and it's 1.8 miles, so that's an easy make. And it is pretty up here, not only the views, but up here on top of Harmon Hill, it's really pretty. I see now why they give you extra time. We've been coming down this mountain up here for a mile, walking on big rocks and boulders like this all the way down. I can see the highway finally, but man, after coming down Greylock yesterday, I gotta go slow because my descending muscles are shot. God, that descent's over. Had a wonderful breakfast at the Angry Egg and headed over to the local grocery store to see what I can get there. If I strike out, I ran into a couple of tourists in the area that were sitting next to me and asked questions about the hike, and they're staying at the same motel I'm staying at. So they said if I strike out at this grocery store, text them and they'll give me a ride to a bigger supermarket. Very, very nice. So we've had a really nice stay here and a 0 day at the Catamount Motel in Bennington, Vermont. Got some good sleep last night. I'll get some more tonight. Got to go downtown and have breakfast. Got to resupply at the dollar store. And then my friend George was driving through. It's where Christy is staying right now with our friends George and Sharon. George had to make a 4-hour trip from his home and was driving back and realized he'd be in the area. So he dropped by and we had a little dinner together and a beer and some good conversation. Now we'll get ready to get back on the trail in the morning. We're technically at mile 1618. It's at the trail crossing with Highway 9. And the hotel manager will take me back to the trail in the morning, about 8:30. So we won't have a full day, but we'll get a good day of hiking in. And of course, because we're at a highway, there will be climbing to get out. Well, hey, thanks for hiking with me. And remember, we're doing the impossible. That makes us mighty.